Hello Taurus, welcome to your reading. This is a timeless reading for you, so any point in time that you click on this reading could be the right time for you. Especially if there's something within the title that resonates to you. Ah, wrong deck. This deck. Okay, Taurus. Let's see what we got going on here. Possibly some mental conflict. So that overthinking. One half of your brain is wanting one thing, the other half is wanting something else. That can be a tricky energy to be in. It can be like having that feeling of anxiety. It can be like that. But you do have foundation and achievements. So what I'm getting is something that you have been in mental conflict with in the past is resolving. That's what I'm getting. Sorry, it's very difficult. Oh, okay. There we go. Just pull them back a bit. It doesn't always work like that. When you pull them back a bit, it doesn't always work like that. So maybe you need to just pull back a bit to make a decision. Take a breath. Step back. Think. Okay, and now go. And now action that decision. Isolation. I think maybe spending some time on yourself could be the answer. Not to overthink things, to clear your mind. Okay, I am getting a feeling, looking at that mental conflict card, of someone being gaslit about something. So you could have someone in your zone. I'm getting that from that card. Someone triggering you, gaslighting you. So, if you're in the position to do so, block them. On social media, on your phone, on your emails, whichever way. Surrender. Now this is interesting. I like it when two cards come out that are really quite similar in colour. Isolation and surrender. The words that I'm getting on surrender is surrender to yourself. Surrender to your inner wisdom. Trusting your inner voice is what I'm getting there. Goodbye and hello again. And as we disappear off out of focus and we're back. Sweetness. I think there's something that you're going to really like coming up in your future, because it is the final card of that clump of three. It's not a clump, it's a row. But the word clump just came out. Okay, the possible change of direction card. 7 of Pentacles. Now, the 7 of Pentacles is about patience, it's about hard work, it is about delayed success, and it is about the waiting game. This guy has been harvesting his crop, and he is thinking, as you can see by his expression, has it been worth it? Or how much longer have I got to wait? Because he actually has only plucked one off the tree, the bush, the plant, hasn't he? All the rest are still there. So it's almost like he's looking at them thinking, oh, they're not ripe yet. When will they be ready? So I get the feeling that something you've been waiting for, which has actually been causing this mental conflict, something that you've been waiting for, has been a long time in coming. There's been some kind of delay. Okay, but it looks like it's coming through with this Justice card. But you're crossing energy over that 7 of Pentacles. This is the card of cause and effect. I've said it before on a couple of other cards, but this is the actual main card of cause and effect. And win-win. So I really do get the feeling that you've got a double win coming in. A win for being patient and a win for the thing that you were waiting for. That card can be about a truth being revealed, especially if the Ace of Swords or the Page of Swords are alongside it. I mean, it means exactly that. If the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords are either side. In your past, the King of Wands. So I think in your past you had the desire to be a bold leader. You were maybe seeking a position of power. But the King of Wands, he's a bold leader who takes action, and he's charming and charismatic. Similar to the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a little bit more feisty. Or maybe the King is as well. Could be a fire sign there. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. In your foundation, make sure you're not overworking this being in your foundation. The 10 of Wands. I mean, it is a card of overworking. It is a card of meaning that you're exhausted. And that you're possibly carrying too many burdens. But this guy is just about to get to this village and have the opportunity to lay those burdens down that he has been harvesting. Interesting to get the 7 of Pentacles, like the other harvesting card, and then that in your foundation. But with Justice in the middle crossing, I think that's really good. Bonk. Okay, and in your sort of headspace position, crowning you, in your headspace, what's on your mind? And considering we had the mental conflict card, I'm taking this as quite important. Now, the Page of Pentacles is patient, having patience. Could be a new job, could be more money, could be a raise or promotion at your current job. I think that you know you've got to be patient. Okay, Taurus, and in your future position, wow. So Aries had this in their future position. So when I said that mental conflict or anything difficult, this justice situation could have been with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I'm saying an Aries. Okay, Taurus? Because they had the Fool card in exactly the same position in their future. In their future position. So a leap of faith is required in the future to get to the next phase of your life. I really like the Fool card. In some ways it's depending on how it comes up in a reading, but in some ways it's the most telling card of a reading. It's the most, you know, if you've got a question in your mind about, oh, do I need to do the new thing? Well, yes, the Fool card's right here. So that's a yes. I wouldn't hurry along too quickly. Just maybe think before you act. Don't rush too much. This is the fastest knight in the deck. And when you look at that horse's face, it doesn't look too happy. It does look like it's being overworked. Looks a bit stressed out. Considering you have the 10 of Wands in your foundation position. Make sure you're not stressing yourself out. I think that's why the mental conflict card came up. So some Taurus, you could be stressing out about, did some sort of money and some sort of split get split up evenly? I don't think that's for everyone. In your environment, the Hanged Man. So you do know that you need to put yourself in a position where you can see things from another perspective. Maybe see things from the other person's point of view. That is showing up in your environment position, right next to the Fool. Nice. The Queen of Pentacles. Being resourceful. Being domestic. So that definitely is indicating a resolve from any stress, any mental stress, any physical stress. But you do need to put yourself in a position where you're spending some time on your own. You had the isolation card, remember? Spending some time on your own and enjoying it. Finding, well, the exact words I'm getting are finding the sweet nectar of alone time. I mean, that just doesn't make sense, but those were the words I were getting. I were getting. Okay, and your outcome card means placing boundaries. The 9 of Wands is about placing boundaries between you and another. I'm going to stick with what I said. I think it's an Aries. It could be any fire sign. It could be any sign. But I do think it is an Aries. And the outcome is you are in a position to be able to place boundaries between you and them. I'm going to pull one more card for your outcome. This is the card of thinking before acting. I think I said it on the Knight of Swords. And here it comes. Sorry. Yeah, I did say King of Swords, didn't I? I just said Knight of Swords because that's what I said on the Knight of Swords. An intentional leader. Someone who's strategic, so being strategic. Placing your boundaries strategically. Now, if the Page of Pentacles is resonating with someone who's getting promoted or a new job, what that is so you've been promoted to a managerial post and you are in charge of a certain group of people, let's say 20 people, 50 people. What that would mean is setting out your lieutenants in a way that they kind of, okay, I'm going to just put it, it's not like the greatest way to put it, but so they have to take some flack. Having people, just don't let it all come to you. You have a chain of command where things get filtered down. So sometimes there might be an issue on the shop floor that never even gets to you. Doesn't even need to get to you. It can be the captain tells the lieutenant and the lieutenant says yes or no. The captain just says yes or no. The captain tells the lieutenant thinks that's above my pay grade, I'm going to ask the sergeant major, and the sergeant major says yes or no. Or bounce, and then it actually comes to you on occasions. Okay, I'm going to pull you. Well, that made perfect sense to me. Okay, Archangel Michael. When you are blessed with this angel card, you are guided to invoke Archangel Michael to help protect and strengthen you. He will increase your ability to deal with problems, so ask him to cut with his sword, King of Swords. Ask him to cut with his sword any emotional cords which bind you to people. Stuck situations or past memories. Then ask him to fill you with strength and love. He will shield you from the destructive thoughts, emotions, and actions of others. Mental conflict. Archangel Michael works on the blue ray, giving strength and courage. Call for his help and visualize yourself wearing a deep blue cloak, securely fastened. This will place you under his protection. He is the master of all angels, a great warrior, spirit. Within his light, you will feel more secure and have more confidence, energy, and power. Wow, power. I mentioned power, didn't I? Power. King of Wands. I am strong. The affirmation for this card is, I am strong and protected by Archangel Michael. Okay, Taurus. Thanks for being here. Take care. Don't forget to check your moon and rising sign. And until the next time, God bless.